Hi everybody, welcome to the game. I'm gonna go ahead and get our music changed over. Go ahead and start playing some music there, Lexi, and then I will switch us over. But it is that time of the day again. It is time for some D&D. Welcome to the stream. My name is Starwind. I'll be hosting the game, but I will not DM this one. You will see me as a player this time. And our lovely Lexi, who you can see over there in the DM portion of the square over there, is going to lead us. No. Going to lead Aaron to his death, and then I'm just going to sit back and watch. Go ahead, take it away, Lexi. Oh, wait.
Y'all that don't.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope, I had to unmute you. That might be important. Go for it, you're good.
So for those who do not know, Aaron is your new, arcane caster.
Arcane caster, yeah.
Hashtag pray for Aaron, yo.
But yeah, I'm gonna hand it off to Aaron, so he can tell you what had happened lately.
Oh yes, yeah. Aaron, what happened?
So, the group got very curious about this Cragmaw, I guess, castle. We can finally say it is. And last session, we decided to check it out, which inevitably turned us into going and kicking indoors and just diving right into the establishment, which was awesome because we found out a whole bunch of information, kind of answering some questions that we've had. We've had many battle from different types of creatures. Unfortunately, at one point we lost Meadow, our lovely pixie. Stabilized.
We did find out.
Yeah,
how
go ahead.
Pixies fit in a horn, though, didn't we?
Yeah, just one. Yeah. She's very territorial. Yeah, we got her picked up and put in Raspin's bag. We did some more cleaning of house, I think would be appropriate to say, as all of us, I guess, really took turns kicking in the teeth of different people of the Cragmaw establishment here. That was until we hit the owlbear. Then the owlbear happened, which wasn't foul air. I don't know if y'all remember that we thought there was just a bunch of foul air that Dravos was complaining about.
Yeah,
but
Dravos
nope.
just walked into there blindly, you know?
Did he say foul air?
Blame Dynamic Lighting for that one.
Dravos
it was not
told us. Yeah, told Aaron. And Aaron eventually had to relay it to the troops that it's not foul air, it's an owl bear. And if you remember earlier in this session, we have a certain relationship with owl bears where it never goes good. We have an owl bear, but our relations with adult owl bears always result in battle.
It's unfortunate.
Let's see here, as I'm looking through my stuff. And afterwards, we start to, I guess where we're standing now, we hop in an area after battling it out with a couple of people that we heard after the owlbear situation who was yelling, arguing, I guess would be fair to say. As we kick the hell out of them. I think, what is that, a hobgoblin that we dealt with? We found out that Raspin has been dating the big bad evil guy the whole time, and he doesn't seem to care.
When did Lenine become evil? Oh no.
She had all those hints. I don't know if you remember. She had all those hints.
She had
all those
they found a fabric that belonged to one Lenine Greywind.
I mean,
in this
nobody would ever turn their eyes.
Right.
Weird.
So what I'm saying, guys, we should just tie up Gunder while we're at it and ransom him off, since Lanine's involved.
Raspin's just like, okay, guys, we're all bad guys now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't split.
it is what it is.
But yeah, that's kind of where we ended off. Is where you found out Raspin more or less has been courting, if I may be so bold, the what
bold.
we can assume is the big bad evil guy at this point.
I am pretty sure she's just being framed here. Or maybe it's just some goods that she has. Yes, that's what it is. It has to be goods from her store or something. Or, something that... What if... I know this looks bad. He's just trying to make excuses for her.
Pussy blindness.
No, I'm telling you, she's too sweet for this nonsense. I don't see it in her. It's just... I feel like I've known her. Just add what it can. I feel like I know this woman. I don't think this would be something she would stoop to. I mean,
Aaron,
she would stoop to certain lows, but not that low.
Aaron wants to walk up and put his hand on Raspin and say, Raspin,
Yes.
I think it's time for us to maybe accept the inevitable here.
Oh no.
You may be very close
I am
to somebody
so
who
close
wishes
now.
your death.
Oh, well, that's never a good thing. It's not you.
And-
He looks at your head and just kind of like looks at you. It's not you, is it?
No, of course
Oh, okay,
not.
Okay, cool.
As much as I like being here in this position with you, unfortunately, I think you might be a little bit close to the situation, Raspin.
But,
Your judgments might be a little bit off with maybe blinded by the beauty of this Lanine.
I pull out the shiny rapier and the short bow that I've gotten for cheap, but she has such great deals. She told me she loved me. Why would she send us out with weapons that could kill her minions? It doesn't make sense.
I feel, Raspin, I'm sorry to say this, but maybe you have been blinded by this love of yours.
I tell you
Before we jump into anything else, let's confirm it with the party before, just to make sure you're not divulging into.
Those who are proficient in wisdom. Please give me a wisdom save.
Oh,
Or a wisdom check.
I'm about to say, what if I don't want to be proficient?
Wisdom. You want a wisdom check?
Yes,
Yeah.
a wisdom check. Reroll that,
You're proficient?
Dravos.
Just click your
Yes,
stat.
proficient.
Yeah, I'm not.
Dravos, no, re-roll that.
Wait,
Say.
can you be proficient in wisdom?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
class skills have abilities to be proficient in certain stats.
Such as our buddy Aaron.
It's not used quite like this per se, but.
What's
this
that?
is
How
what
do you
she
tell
wants
if you're
to-
proficient in it?
Do you
Should
see
have
a
a
check
check
mark by
mark.
the save?
Yep.
Do you see a check mark by it on the?
Oh, by the save. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, no, not me.
Yeah, so like I'm Dex and Intelligence, so not here, not it.
Aaron,
Charisma and a little bit of wisdom.
whenever you passed the owlbear room, you could have swore there was a ladder to go up this tower.
Oh, we're not.
And
done
you,
yet.
if you looked up, you would have seen a hole with a, like a old chest. Perhaps it could be treasure. Or something that y'all
You
guys
better
are
hurry.
missing, maybe?
Better. Oh, no, okay. This is the DM taking us by the hand.
Okay, Aaron's going to remember this all in the heat of this conversation, and just kind of shake his head and be like, "Oh, shit, ADHD." Also, I found a ladder with a hole up there that could have a chest, guys. We might want to
Really?
check that out.
Oh, you mentioned treasure now when we're bitching about where we got our treasure to begin with. I see how it is. Lead the way.
I'm hoping this treasure at least
Dravos
exonerates
has
your
stopped listening
Lanine.
to you at treasure.
Where are you going, Dravos? I take a hand and catch you.
Owlbear. I'm just gonna start yelling out, Owlbear.
I'm following him.
Oh, for God's sakes. Fine, fine. You guys go on ahead. The rogue will take care of Gundren. I'm gonna go tie Gundren up.
Seems legit.
Yeah, I'll help you out, Raspin, as they're dealing with the
okay,
treasure.
okay. I'll tell you what. You got a spear, right?
I do.
Okay, I'll take one in. You take the
I
other.
mean,
we just tie
I
him to the
assume
spear,
I
which
do.
Is, well, isn't that what
Yeah,
you
I
want?
do.
Oh, wait, who? You? Yeah, you had the spear, right? All right, so we'll put him on a spit. We'll just carry him over our shoulders. We'll tie him. Pig tie. We'll hog tie him to the
Hog tie this son of a bitch. I love it, Raspin.
So that's what we do.
I'm gonna just immediately start doing that.
You want to check DM, like a dexterity or something?
Yes.
Just a regular dex, or do you want something specific?
Yeah, a regular dex would suffice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do I get advantage? Would help.
Yeah.
22. There we go. He's all nice and snug now.
Let's see if Gundren can break out of it.
Well, let's see if he wakes up first.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is asleep.
Yeah, I think he said for
Yeah,
a while.
he's still asleep.
All right. So we know how difficult the rope is for him to get out of. So there you go.
Mhm.
All right, we hoist him on our shoulders and start going after Dravos and Gimdall. Do they even know where they're going? You just said treasure.
Yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
tell them exactly
I said
where.
out
The
there.
owlbear room. Yeah,
Oh,
the
oh,
owlbear
yeah, yeah.
I
tower.
sit out
Yeah.
there, so hopefully
Alright.
they caught on.
All right, so we'll be there in a minute.
So, Dravos, Gimdall, give me a perception check to see if you see this, oh yeah, you see it. Yeah,
You might
y'all
not
see
be
it.
You might not.
Oh
be the
yeah,
right
y'all,
caster yet.
y'all immediately find this, this tower, or this
The
ladder, and,
Heave ho.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
Yeah. Heave ho. Yeah, we're taking 5.
okay. So, y'all do in fact see an old rustic wooden chest that has rustic metal around it and everything.
I think it's
Do you
rustic.
go toward it?
To the
Let's
chest?
go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll go check that
Boy.
thing out.
Boy, I sure hope they're not gonna go find a chest that's trapped or locked or anything.
That sounds sick.
Try to open it.
That sounds sick.
Do I see, what kind of latch does it have?
It don't look like it's locked. If that's what you mean.
Yeah. Then, yeah, I'm gonna open it that way.
All right. So
I'll move down here so you can see into this one.
you find 90 electrum pieces,
Oh dear
Oh.
God, who uses Alexa?
120 gold pieces, a potion of healing, a scroll of silence,
Oh, okay.
and a scroll of revivify.
Can you copy and paste that in chat for me?
Kind of got
Is
it.
there a level up in there, DM?
You don't know yet.
Did you find the experience scroll?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Y'all are free to do whatever y'all want now.
Did you find my brother?
Well, some useless scraps of paper and
Yeah.
some gold.
Let me see those scraps of paper.
Heave ho. Hey guys, what'd you find?
Very carelessly toss some of these scraps of paper.
I'll take the scrolls.
Was your brother throwing paper down?
He didn't. He tossed them to me.
Those look valuable. Either way, Revivify might be usable by a paladin. But I
Revivify or
think
cleric.
Cleric.
Well,
Cleric.
revivify is a spell I do learn later on.
Ooh.
There you go. And I think
There we
silence is
go.
an arcane only, so you might not be able to use that.
Wait, can you cast it at an early level then?
it has a chance of failing.
Mhm.
Oh. Yeah, all right,
But-
Dravos.
yeah.
I like a chance.
Yeah,
That's all
chance
we
is a
need.
Chance. Meadow's slowly booting up. We'll have her here soon. That's good to know.
Quick, ask her a bunch of questions.
404 error. Murder fairy exe not found. So with Gundren on our spear, on a pig spit, if you would, we're kind of like watching Dravos and Gimdall go through all this treasure. So, are you going to hold on to all of that, or do you need me to take care of anything there for you?
No, but I have a scroll that I think Tulip might like.
I
Just
just want to
hold on to this
imagine
for
this
now.
little fairy holding on to this giant ass scroll trying to read it. Alright, you're gonna hold on to it then? Alright, cool. I think we have a party loot box if you wanna
Yeah.
type it
Yeah,
there,
I'll
too.
just set it in there then. But
I mean,
I'll
you can
keep
put it in your
for
inventory and then
verify.
we could just yeah, that will just let everybody know that that's on someone.
Yeah. Yeah, just put the scroll of silence in the party loot for now.
Alright, I will edit it if nobody else is. Did I sell any of Sildar's gear, by the way? I forget. I mean, it's still there. I guess I haven't done it yet. I mean, next thing on the list is us leaving, right? Is there anything else we need to do here? We got what we came for.
I don't think so. I mean, there was that other doorway. I don't know. We haven't looked down there, but we probably get Gundren back to Phandelver.
Okay, it'd probably be... Yeah, we got what we came for. If I recall correctly, we're out of healing. Like, Dravos is empty. I think I've given away every potion that I had on me, and we need to restock if we're going to go any further. Or level up, that would be nice. But you know...
I
All right.
agree, brother. He's almost wrong. I am not empty, but I have one healing left, and that's it, brother.
Yes, no, I think getting Gundren back is the most important for now.
All right,
So, head back?
heave ho.
Oh, I can give you a hand with that if you'd like.
Sure, here, and I'll.
No
give you
offense,
my...
Raspin, but you're lacking in the back.
Excuse
It
me.
is quite heavy.
At least I'm keeping it at head level for you. They are 4 feet tall. I'm a little bit taller than that.
But that's why it should be me and him that's carrying this
You
man.
know what? Fair enough. And you
It
can
sounds good to
offer
me.
up... Yeah, so me and you will just walk. We're like, here, we'll give it to the dwarves then.
Yep.
Well, by all
Yeah,
means,
two dwarves carrying the
Gundren's
dwarf. You know, it just makes sense.
makes perfect sense. Hope you appreciate the rope tying that I did. Speaking of
Gimdall,
I'll
which,
set it on your shoulders.
did you wanna see if there's anything further in the castle?
No, I'm too concerned, so I'm just mostly no. Hey, we're leaving. Getting
Yeah.
Gundren back to town.
Yeah, that'd be the best interest for us. So yeah, we will rally our way back to the city.
Okay.
And Lexi, remind me sometime, and I will show you how to manipulate dynamic lighting a little better.
Okay.
But we'll do that on off screen.
All right. So yeah, you guys head out of the castle, just fine. Y'all are going back to the town?
Well,
A Phandelver?
that's
Yep.
where this dwarf is from, right?
Yeah.
We stuff him in the back of the cart with the spear still tied to the tied to the spear. He's all tied up.
Oh yeah. Are y'all specifically going to the inn?
I would think so.
Wait, are we going to this? What is it, Stonehill, or are we going to your establishment, Gimdall?
It's not.
That's
his,
not mine
so-
yet, so.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Women, remember? That's why.
He's not gonna stop me, just
One
slide
day.
away.
All right.
One day it'll all be yours.
Yeah.
We should definitely go check to see if Sildar, Silver, blah blah, whatever his name is still doing all right.
I don't like that guy and don't much care for him.
You're not gonna like him even more whenever you go in that room.
Not my room no more.
Oh, what?
That's his room. Freak him.
Ow! Ow! I'm getting poked in the side here. What the hell's going on? Damn it, Tulip, you're fighting in your sleep again. About how long does
Yeah.
it take to get back?
Say about 15 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, God.
wow, we didn't go through
Oh,
all the
we
way.
did.
I read.
Whoa, hello, nurse.
Hey,
Y'all
I know that face.
but I did see
Just
her.
a little more to the left, and it would have been a great shot.
Okay.
I'll just step over here.
Oh, perfect.
You get away. She's not here yet.
She's not here yet. You know what? And Gunder hasn't tried waking up or anything this whole time, right?
No.
I guess we should untie him and try to wake him up now.
Can we untie him in the room at least?
I mean, it's gonna look weird if we just host him in to the tavern and just be like, "Hey, see you later. We got work to do." And
Yeah, we'll call him a drunk. A weird drunk, like one of them creepy take their clothes off drunks.
you know what? I'm game.
And
Okay,
he's a dwarf.
dwarves. All right, dwarves, you're up.
Okay, so I would say Dravos has the front end of this Gundren spit.
Yep.
And he just walks through the door and he just starts singing hi ho. Hi ho. It's off to work we go.
And Gimdall's just singing in harmony.
Fear not.
Actually,
not,
I'm just
people.
humming. Yeah.
I will pronounce, don't worry about the man on the spit. He just lost a bet. We're going to take good care of him.
As I step in, I'm just gonna be like, don't worry, I know it seems weird, but the guy likes to take his clothes off when he drinks. We're sparing you quite the vision.
And I guess we head to Gimdall's room where Sildar is.
Well, used to be Gindal's room.
Well, you know where we're going.
You're going right here.
Yeah. So we'll go here, we'll drag Gunder in there, and we'll all gather up inside, shut the door, and inspect what's left of this room. Is Sildar still here? or did he
Okay,
get-
I want y'all to give me a perception check.
is it really necessary if I walk in this room and just look? Is it something that's that hidden that requires a perception here is all I'm asking?
It could be.
Alright. Yeah, me and Dravels are on the same wavelength.
I mean, y'all could give each other advantage by helping one that is proficient.
So
I
if
am
we give each
proficient,
other
so-
all advantage, is that like 6 rolls and then we just take the best of which?
No.
Okay.
No.
Excuse me.
So are y'all helping each other?
I'll
Why would I
help
do that?
Raspin.
Why would I
I'll
do
lend
that?
a hand.
Alright, Raspin.
Yeah, what do I see?
This room is a fucking mess, and the
get-
smell is god awful.
Is he
Like
still
it
here?
smells of urine and feces.
Aw.
It's
Is-
gross.
Can you bring me in here?
Is he here?
Come
Yes,
into my
yes,
room, it's
he
at
is
least
there.
clean.
He is
Is he
there.
awake? Is he awake?
No, no, he's not.
Wow, this guy just pits and shits in his sleep. What the hell? Alright, let's untie both of them and see if we can't wake these guys up.
If we untie him, is he gonna piss and shit again?
I mean, hopefully he'll find the outhouse
Well,
this time.
Dravos
Yeah.
is going to go and get a bucket of water.
Oh
You better bring 2.
no.
I yelled to him.
Oh
as he
yeah,
leaves.
and I forgot to tell you that Gundren looks hella hurt. Okay, like
I mean,
hella hurt.
we tried to patch him
Oh,
up a
you
little
mentioned that. We just didn't care.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we medicine checked him, I believe, at the end of the last game to make sure he was still
yeah,
alive.
yeah, y'all did stabilize him.
Yeah, so we just made sure we dragged him out safely. If you'll allow it, DM, you think I could just like gingerly try to wake Tulip up because she keeps poking me in the ribs?
Yeah.
Tulip, hey, you, wake up! You gotta quit doing that in your sleep. Tulip, wake up! And I'm like poking you on your head. That's not nice.
You wake up.
Is this music supposed to be like this right now?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it is.
Oh
Yes.
no.
She's not Tulip anymore.
Bagman, is that you?
Yeah.
Follow my voice.
It's like Tulip flies over and pokes it.
Ow. Hey, get up. And eat your mic. There you go.
Hey, fine, I'll eat my mic.
There you
Hold on.
go. Now I can. Yep. You know, it's a good, healthy, balanced diet. 1 mic a day keeps you from having any money ever.
But yeah, Tulip will just kind of like frantically swing around their tiny little pixie dagger and like still dreaming about stabbing goblins and go like,
You were stabbing me in your sleep again.
stabs him again.
Ow. No. Uncanny dodge.
They stab you until you sleep again?
He just
Yes.
shrugs.
She has a bad, I don't know what's that called, where you move a lot around in your sleep. Apparently
RLS?
she's like, yeah,
She stabs people until they do sleep.
no, she was the
Oh,
one doing
I've heard of
this.
that.
Not
You
very
know,
that. I'm like,
She has sleep,
Hey, DM.
not tremors, but terror, sleep terrors.
I don't think she's the one in terror though.
Oh, so it's true. Then she just stabs until we all go to sleep.
Is it sleep terrorization? Is that a thing?
Yeah, totally
Yeah,
a thing. I read about that.
Ah, yes, that's what it was. You really should go see a shrink, Tulip.
Tulip just slowly crawls out, wants to try to fly, but kind of notices that they're still severely injured. It's
Oh,
kind of like
yes.
they can't float out.
I want to
Sorry.
lean down and yell at Tulip, and not yell, but like speak as somebody who speaks to a foreigner who doesn't quite know what to say, so they just talk super loud and just be like,
Yep.
"Goblins are dead. You okay?"
She will just respond saying, "Ow, my head."
Your
Oh.
head is your problem. It will be fine.
See, she just speaks common, just at a slow pace.
It's
So do I get that water?
Says in common, silly horned one. Just kind of crawls down Raspin's leg and just slowly walks off.
Whoa, careful down there. Yeah, did Dravos get the water yet?
I was waiting on y'all to finish before I could say anything, but
Oh no,
y'all
by all
keep going.
means.
So
Dravos comes back with the 2 pitchers of water.
All right, let's line them up on the bed. You know
Splish splash.
You know what? You dwarves can handle this. Me and Aaron are just gonna sit back here with Tulip and make sure she's okay.
I'm not gonna lie, kind of.
What you want to?
Brothers, if I may, I've never taken part of an interrogation. I've always wanted to.
This is more like hazing, but
I want
I see your
nothing to
point.
do with this man.
His room's like fucked over. He's like, you know what? I had enough.
Aaron's
I'm
just gonna
Where
look
are you
standing
going,
excited.
Gimdall?
Yeah.
I'm just standing
Aaron's,
outside the door to make sure nobody
Aaron's
walks in to see all this.
Aaron's gonna look like a little schoolgirl, excited as can be, as he looks to Dravos and says, "Does this mean me and you get to interrogate?"
No,
Oh,
we're waking them up to find out what happened. And then
We're
I
waking
just
them up.
splash Gundren.
We're just waking them
He's
up
what?
because they gotta tell us. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
For
Sorry.
Splash and Gundren?
Yes.
He doesn't wake up.
maybe try it
I
again.
reach over and I kind of like punch him in the arm one good time. Not
Oh
enough
no,
to
he's
hurt
making
him,
death
but
saves.
not enough to hurt him, but enough to like jolt him like a dwarf thing.
He still doesn't wake up.
I
Damn.
feel like using wisdom is a
Dravos,
bad thing.
maybe a cleric's hand is best at this. Can I grab the
Oh,
collar
well
in
then
front
I'll
of his
just grab
chest?
him and
Uh.
cast Cure Wounds.
Oh,
Oh,
My
okay.
last spell.
Yep. DM, could you please stop eating and answer us what happens next?
I said, uh-huh.
No, that's not the half we need. So did we heal Gundren? Is he awake now? That's the whole purpose of
Yes,
healing him.
he's awake. And I said, uh-huh.
You're killing me, girl.
I said, ah.
Gundren, it's so good of you to join us. How are you feeling?
What the hell
He's-
happened? He
he
kind of gets up
smells.
and like bruised and beat. Like he looks bruised and beaten, guys.
We saved you from getting killed.
Where was I?
In some
You-
castle, I believe it's called the Cragmaw.
You're not very good at this, are you, Dravos? Usually
What do
you
you
let
mean?
them try to answer the questions first, and then fill in the blanks after you confirmed a few things. Cause look, you're
That
trying
Rotten
to accuse...
Castle? I was there?
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
He's
Alright,
trying to recollect.
Yes, Gunner, do you recall what happened to you on your way to here? You know where you are now, right?
I got ambushed. We got ambushed.
Yes,
And he's
yes,
gonna
you
look
did.
around. He finds Sildar.
I think he's alive. He's just been... He needs a diaper.
No, I want to insight this. Something seems off. I don't trust this one bit.
Alright.
You
Nope.
know what? No, that actually is a good idea. Yeah, insight that.
Where's that stupid button? That's my children, y'all.
Oh,
What do I
Something
get,
is
DM?
off. Something is off.
With the crit, do I get any sort of conversation starter of what is?
Okay, so give me a medicine check with advantage. Really quick.
Love it. I love it. Here we go. Medicine check. That's a
oh,
23.
You know. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, guys?
This man seems to have some sort of amnesia. Not all, but some sort. But
I mean, if you get knocked on the head hard enough, you'll forget everything.
he was beaten to the an inch of his life. So
Okay. Cool. With that information, I'm gonna lean close to Dravos and be like, "Might I have one quick word before you finish questioning?"
Just as long as you don't strike him.
and
I won't.
I'm waiting for one of you guys to mention a certain name to him.
No,
Oh,
you don't-
Raspin.
No. You see, you guys are already messing up this interrogation, so...
Hold on. So let me talk to Dravos then, real quick. I want to step over here and pull him aside.
Mhm.
And just be like, Dravos, I know this is my first, not interrogation, but questioning. But
Where's the
even
money?
though he has been beaten within an inch of his life, even though he might have amnesia, he's not being truthful with you. He may know something that requires a bit of, maybe a nudge in the right direction. Maybe the right word, if I may be so bold.
Oh yeah, Aaron, you also seen that he was quite afraid.
He's terrified. But I'll put my hands up. Dravos, this is your territory.
Since when were we marking territories?
And Dravos is just going to be like, so what have you not told us that you know of?
Not told you. He kind
Yes.
of looks, and then he like goes blank for a minute. Give me a
Hold on.
persuasion.
I was actually about to ask if I could roll an intimidation.
Ooh,
No.
intimidate him.
Well, I mean,
Intimidate
yeah,
him.
you can if you want.
He's
Oh,
been
great.
beaten within the hell of his life. Come on, intimidate him.
Okay. Let's
Can I
see
give him
how
in-
he. Let's see how he.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Can I help and kind of give him an intimidating presence? Just with my general chaos?
No.
Those giant
Damn.
horns. He starts doing the bull motion. Does that help, DM?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't
starts-
seem intimidated by you.
Ignore him for a minute, Gundren. Perhaps you would be more persuasive to talk to me and help me understand something here. You've hired us to bring goods to this city, yet you went ahead of us. You got ambushed. Do you remember if there was anyone other than goblins or hobgoblins responsible? Just walk
Roll
me
me a
through
persuasion.
this. Yeah, and I'm just kind of like walking him down his memories.
Also, babe, Gundren's rolls or not.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. To go in his.
My silver tongue is activated, DM.
How do I?
What are you trying to do?
Okay.
You'll have.
hold on a
Are you trying to toggle his roll?
I'm
you'll have
trying
to-
to toggle his roll into whispers.
Click the cogwheel at the top right. It'll open up the
Yep.
entire settings for the page, and then you'll see it down there about halfway, I think. And you'll have to put it on either toggle or always whisper or something like that. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I get a 15, DM.
Okay. He has one name. Iarno.
Iano. Is that someone we know?
He don't know if y'all know him or
Can
not.
I see if I hear the name?
Roll
Iarno?
me a perception check.
But Dravos, can he make a history check for himself on that one or no?
You are close. Are you all guys being loud or no?
Well, I don't know. Like, you know what? Here,
How
here, here.
loud was
Hold on,
how loud
hold
is
on.
Gundren speaking?
I'll tell you what. Let me help.
I
out the
don't think we
situation.
have been.
Gundren is speaking. He's speaking loud enough for the person on the outside of the door can hear.
Let me help. I'll say, "Hey, Gamdo, I need you back in here." He said a name. I need to know if you know them. There. Now you
Okay.
know.
Oh, that works.
And you said
What?
Inarno, or what was it again? Giorno, DiGiorno.
Giorno.
Iarno. And he
Iarno.
looks terrified as he's repeating this name. Like, this man is scared to death.
Do I need to make a perception on that name as well?
No, you're in the room, dude. Just make your history. And
He looks at Gimdall and he nods his head.
How do you
I would
know
like-
that name? What do you know of him?
see, guys, I told you, Lenine is not responsible for any of this.
He brought me there.
There, I did it. I said the name, guys. Now,
Giorno
go on.
brought you to the Kragma establishment?
He nods.
Well, you gotta admit, free delivery.
That's the man
I've
who owns
seen-
my tavern.
I seen Lenine there too.
I'm just gonna stand. I'm just gonna point exactly at
Now,
Raspin.
now listen to me carefully. It doesn't make sense. Perhaps she's a, maybe she's undercover. Maybe she's. Did she do this to you, Gundren?
No, it's
See,
not
there.
like her to do what she's been doing.
Exactly. That's what
She's
I'm telling
acting.
you.
She's been acting rather funny as of late.
She's probably doing it under distress. So I say we take care of the upper management that's distressing her, and then we can relieve her of all the problems. And then
Didn't know you were quite the knight in shining armor, Raspin. I figured you stuck to the shadows.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I plan to steal everything. I mean, that's besides the point. Look, she's provided us with equipment. Perhaps the reason she did such, not just because, and I kind of like lick my finger and pull back some of my hair, fix my hair. Because,
okay.
But, perhaps she's silently telling us to take care of this problem for her. Like, why else would you equip a bunch of capable adventurers?
All right. I'll
Aspen,
stop
did you say
harassing
I plan to steal everything out loud?
It was more of a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely had some tremble into that. Like, it's just a joke, kind of tense to it.
Okay.
But,
I mean, you have to admit, it is more than coincidence enough that you can't just be a part of this and be half a part of it, right? Not the things that are moving, not what they've done.
Gundren, what the hell did you do to piss these people off?
Nothing.
Then why are they after you? All you wanted to do was bring goods to the city. Are they the ones responsible for a blockade of goblins?
Kind of gives a breathy sigh. He thinks for a minute. And then he says, now that I'm thinking about it.
That's what we like to do. Think about it.
It might have something to do with the red brand.
Oh, goody. They're already on our hit list, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right, Gimdall?
These red band are the same ones that own the establishment, Gimdall.
No, Iarno owns the establishment.
Yes, but he lets the red brand run rampant there.
I got you.
Is he the leader of the red brand?
What was it?
Grandfather said that he wasn't associated with him.
And yet they run his tavern?
You know what? I'm gonna...
Maybe I'm misconnecting dots here. Are we talking about the man from last
I
night?
I forgot to move her. Right.
Oh,
right
here. Yeah, get out
of
here. No.
Hold on, let me zoom in. How attractive.
It's the same girl that kept us from stealing the... Anyway.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Raspin, come on. You want to give her a bath.
So she's gonna roll.
That's the childhood friend. You know the childhood friend never gets the man, right?
Oh, that is the childhood friend.
Yes. I don't know if it's...
She peeps in. You're talking about the red brand.
Are you able to knock? No.
Get in here. I'm gonna grab her and pull her in.
No.
She looks at the door. She looks at the kitty and she goes like, "Does my presence merely anger you or something?"
Oh no, not at all. You are just a lovely peach to have walking around with us at the middle of the night to make sure that you stay safe. I'm not mad. I take a seat over by Gundren.
Are you trying to deceive her?
No, I'm trying to play banter. I mean, if you want to insight check me, I'll make a deception if you want.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sarcasm there. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Raspin's actually hiding it, but I'll see if a deception check does it for him. He gets 15.
She got 17.
Well, I don't care if she hears me or not. Whatever. You are just the life of the party. You're the one that makes everything happen, and I just don't know what to do with myself
I have
without
some
you
information. If you would just hush for a
I
second.
don't know if I can, but please, by all means.
Just to state it, DM, Aaron, after grabbing this character's arm and pulling him in the room and closing the door, I just want to make sure I am very much ear to the door. Well, horn to the door, I guess, more like it. Trying to make sure no one else is going to come up around.
What kind of check would he have to make? Because his horns, I figure, would be like
Perception?
trying to block.
Would you
I've
give him
heard
trimmer
very
sense with
well
the
with my
horns?
horns.
Would you give him trimmer sense with the horns? But
You know
Ooh,
what?
yes,
It's
tremor
fine.
sense.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's just
Okay.
a general perception, regardless.
Yeah,
You can give him-
roll me a perception
Okay.
as she's saying this.
That's a
Here.
5.
Good job, Aaron.
I don't
did
care.
it.
You pass anyway. You're very close to the
You
door.
passed anyway. Gosh, she just keeps up. I want you to roll dice, but since you failed, I'm just going to say you passed.
Alright, so
That's not how this works. Steve.
she
You're
tells
supposed to
you,
let us have it.
Gimdall, and the rest of the party, she says, I heard that Iarno is camping out in the Redburn Manor, or the Manor up the hill.
Yeah, Dinaro, this is a name we haven't heard until recently, at least me. Is it an acquaintance of yours?
No, he's a very terrible person.
Yeah, there you go, Gimdall. Now you got your information straight.
Well,
And Gimdall?
I need to go.
He is to be approached with extreme caution, because he is a very dangerous person.
Well, we'll knock the head of what's more and more seeming like his lackeys, regardless of what old man Elder Matt said, and have a chat with him.
Do you think we should, after our little excursion rescuing our dear friend here, find a means of respite before we go wandering into the thieves' den, as it were?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, it is.
And-
It is like 9:30. Guys,
And Gimdall, if I may be so bold, yeah, well, no offense, I'll just speak plainly. Raspin has been confused with a pair of pretty betting eyes. Are we not falling for the same thing with, and I point my hand at this character I pulled in, with this one, Gimdall, do you speak that you trust?
Mira, of course I trust Mira.
Well,
Hearing
Then
the
I'm
name
going to-
Mira, would I be able to make a?
you know Mira.
No, you don't have to add. Yeah.
Well, I was
There-
passed out for that whole session. Remember?
Yeah, you.
Well, you just heard.
Whenever
so now
you
But
came
you realize
and got
the
her,
name.
you knew her.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Dravos, you as well?
I vouch for Mira, childhood friend.
Remember what I said, Aaron. They never get the man.
I just... This Phandelver, if I may speak plainly about your home, I do not wish offense, so I shall speak my mind.
Are you talking through the door or?
I'm talking clear. I'm looking at the brothers and this Mira.
But is the door shut?
Door
Or
is shut,
open?
yes.
Inside
I have my
the room.
back to the door, hand holding the doorknob or whatever handle.
Okay.
Just to make sure if anyone comes in, the first thing they see is big horn head.
Let's see what's
he-
behind this door. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to look at the brothers and be like, and I guess as well as Mir, and just be like, Phandelver is a strange place. Lots of, and I want to pick my hands up and kind of like show the marionette, the puppetry mastery of going on. Lots of little pieces moving here.
It's sad. Yes, I have to admit, our little town, our little village, has undergone so many strings attaching to it, and not of the best kind.
So what am
Question.
I missing? What does Phandelver have to offer that is so grand that all these strings, all these factions, all these things are scratching at its surface?
Well, Phandalin is quite the fuck, what's it called?
Quite the cesspool.
Trading route. You have to go through Phandalin to, get to other main establishments.
Oh,
And
I see.
yeah, it's. What was your question, Rasmus?
Okay, so I've been sitting here thinking, and just kind of like Phandalin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who, or if we would know, if like any of the bigger cities that have lords or establishments, like I don't know if Neverwinter, Waterdeep, or Baldur's Gate might have an interest here. That if we were to, not saying we would, but if there was like somebody to send help to help cleanse the land in some way, like who would they go to? Like who would be the city of interest that would come to their
Oh, they
aid?
would definitely pick Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Okay. And would my character kind of like be able to know that, like this place would be under Neverwinter's protection or whatnot?
Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
As like you knew Sildar as a Neverwinter knight. Like he is a Neverwinter knight.
Okay, thank you. That is
Yes.
information. Fair enough. Trying to go off some lore that I had hidden away from playing other games, but
All
okay,
right.
continue.
Brothers, then I owe you an apology. I really did not think much of Phandalin when we first arrived, and the town being as small as it was, encompassed by its farms and smell. It seems to be quite
It has
the.
commerce, and of course, as with any group of villains and bandits, I mean, they look for anywhere to create a foothold of
You,
operations.
That's
you know
very
what?
true.
Too
You know
true,
what?
Appears
brother.
they
Too
managed
true.
to somehow get a grip on
You know what we
Phandalin.
could use? We could use an arcane caster who could cast present dissertation right about now.
Oh my god, what is that smell? I just now
Oh, you're
smelled
just now
it.
noticing it. Yeah, that's a dwarf poo. This one here is still unconscious. He hasn't been awake since we left, which is surprising.
Imdal, was
Yeah.
this your room?
Hello?
Was being the
Yeah,
operating
Hello?
room.
Gimdall?
Wait, oh. I can't hear anything for some reason.
Gimdall!
Come
Can you hear
back!
us?
Gimdall, come back to us!
Gimdall.
Jump out, jump back in, tell him.
Come back! We have
Gimdall, come
rights!
back! I've been a fool for you.
Yeah, you have.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh,
Kimdal, like Mira's expression turns like from pleasant to, oh god, what's that smell?
I know, it's pleasing, isn't it?
You're right.
And then she asked you, was this your room?
No. These brothers are incapable of that kind of smell. My room, Mira. Brothers, maybe take her out for a drink. Let her get some fresh air.
Yeah,
Right this way, Mira, and Dravos will escort her out to go get a drink.
Okay.
I go
Don't-
with her
Again,
and answer her
incapable
question
of such
quietly
smells.
and
Meadow.
say, "Well, that used to be my room, and that's the reason why I had to come out to your house. That fucking piece of shit Sylvan apparently just brought it upon himself to completely fucking trash the place."
Meadow, don't kill him.
That Raspin looks at him like deadpan, puts another splinter in, Sildar.
We should.
Yeah, I
Gundren.
guess they're gonna go over here.
So, question to Gundren, then, real quick. Did Sildar do anything to help when you got ambushed, or do you remember anything?
He swung his sword a couple good
So he was-
times, but
so he
was no
wasn't-
able.
Did you see what took him down?
No.
We will attempt to wake him up in any way, shape, or form. We'll start with the bucket. Aaron, we have another victim to take care of.
Victim.
I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
And I think this bed could use a splash of water.
Very much so.
Why
Moon
is it so
or
muddy?
Meadow,
You know,
go
Gundren,
ahead
you
and
might
get
not
your
wanna.
bucket of water.
Gundren, you might not want to sit on that bed. It's not clean.
Fully walks off.
He will shimmy his way over to this corner. Can I
Wait.
just go out of here because it smells really bad?
Yes, make sure one of us are with you.
Meadow slowly climbs up Grungeron's leg.
He's very short. Are you sure you want to be that close to the
I mean, it doesn't take me too long.
floor?
And just kind of
Oh,
slowly
wait.
crawls up to the shoulder.
Did Aaron? Did you just leave me here, or there was 2 buckets? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, Aaron totally just left and wanted to get
Oh,
a
okay,
drink.
okay. Oh, okay. I see. This is how this ends.
All right, you and Gundren come in here to the.
Water. Sildar.
All right, all right,
Face to
all right,
face.
all right. Okay. He wakes up.
Good
What?
morning, sleepyhead. Top of the morning, and we did on time. I did say that earlier, just to make sure you know. How are you feeling? You know, it's okay to say shit.
I don't feel that good, to be honest.
No, you don't look that good. You may want to get a bath soon, but can you answer some questions before I let you out of here? I mean, we
I
did
could
rescue
try.
you. We did rescue you from a cave a while ago. It seems you and your compatriot have a thing with the red brand, or is it just goblins in general?
I remember the red brand, but I don't remember any goblins.
So you were ambushed by the red brand?
Maybe goblins was involved too, but my mind's a little fuzzy.
No, I think your mind's very clear, friend. So, what happened, if you don't mind me asking? And
Well,
I really hope you don't.
we set ahead,
You did?
and we were ambushed,
Mm-hmm. We,
and then we were beaten and taken away.
You don't look like the kind that would be weak-hearted. If I'm not mistaken, weren't one of you a part of the Neverwinter Nights?
Yeah, that would be me.
And you had trouble with goblins?
Well, they can be rather squirrely.
No, that's fair. No, we've dispatched
very,
them for you,
very-
by the way.
Nibble and annoying,
They do
especially
like
a
to,
large group of them.
They do like to escape quite a bit. I think Dravels was having a heyday with one. But my concern is, do you know why it happened, or was it to look like goblins were the main reason?
I have no idea
I see.
why it happened.
It was...
One
yeah,
could only imagine they just wanted our stuff.
Well, it is under my group's prerogative that we looked for you and Gundren. Gundren just took his leave and he's waiting in the tavern. We managed to find both of you in separate locations, no less. Matter of fact, you were with us beforehand, weren't you? I've nearly forgotten. We were going to tie you down, but we forgot to do that, and they just took you while distracting us. But here
I
you
remember
are.
waking up to an ugly face of a red brand person or a guy coming in through the window there. Over there in that last room.
Well, take better care of yourself. And I think I had Sildar's stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it back to him. Here,
Okay.
I collected your things. And I'm sorry if I seem rather intrusive, but I just need to make sure. It seems like the Red Brand are the are the problem, and we're gonna try
They're
to
a
be the
big
solution.
problem in Phandelver. From what I've heard, they're taxing the people here. That's why I was called here, to try to protect them, since they're such a small little village.
Indeed. All right, I
I
went
was
ahead
called
and
here
loaded
to
it.
try to protect.
Well, it seems we need to take care of the tax collectors then. Why don't you, and I kind of like look around the room point, get tidied up, and then we will check out of this inn and leave it to the, you know, the staff to clean up, and then slowly walk out. So I can
Okay,
find
so as soon as you walk out, he opens his eyes and he sees the mess that he's made, and all of a sudden y'all hear, "What the fuck?"
Door shuts. Yes,
Yeah.
just get tidied up. You might want to hit the baths, but we'll be in the tap room if you need us. Oh God, I didn't think I could stay there another minute longer. Ugh, blah, blah. Coughing on my way
Rasmus,
in.
roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I walked into that. What did I get?
Oh,
You
10.
cough up a hairball.
Blah. Oh God, is that mine? I knew I shouldn't have straightened my
Fine.
eyebrows a minute ago.
Are you talking about like a baseball size? Jesus, that's
Wait,
nasty.
whoa.
Like maybe.
A small marshmallow size. Don't
Yeah,
throw
like that.
baseballs down my throat.
Like that.
Saying like cats?
Eyeball size.
Pop
Eyeball
out.
size.
A big one. So I have a cat. I know how big they go.
All right,
It's
calm down.
very-
I'm not that bad. It wasn't that bad. All right.
Okay, so
He's
what
a
are the rest of
short
y'all
hair,
doing?
Remember,
Yeah, before I get there, what are you guys up to?
Dravos was going to order drinks for himself, Gimdall, and our lady friend.
Yeah.
The bartender comes up to you and says, "What can I get for you?"
The drinks for me and my friends.
Uh,
And I will point to basically Aaron, Raspin, Gundren, Gimdall, the lady, myself.
I personally would prefer something that makes me cough up fire. The one the attractive one
I
made.
got you.
Thank you, my dear.
Make that 2 of those.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the rest of the?
I'll
What
just take
specifically do you
regular
want?
ale.
Okay.
I would know my brother by now, and I'd just be like, yeah, regular ale.
Don't worry about me. I'll just take some water.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
goes back in the back and fixes up all your drinks.
You
Takes her a
know,
couple minutes, comes out with a
Oh.
platter. And she sets a very special drink down there for you, Aaron, and one for you,
Ooh.
Dravos. She gives you your water, Raspin,
thank you.
Raspin. Oh, you drink that poison?
and then
I'm like drinking
she
it
hands
like
off
a milk.
the ale and the other ale for you, Dravos, to give to your brother and y'all's friend.
I'll
Yes.
turn to Aaron and I'll say, watch my drink for just a second. Let me go take these to my brother. I'll be right back.
Of course, my dear Dravos.
And I will take the drinks to my brother, hang
Mhm.
Gundren, and I'll come back to my seat and sit with Aaron and wait on him.
Gimdall, do you like being on the table? Mirkata asked.
Time to dance.
Wait, but I was.
Gimdall,
Oh.
do us a dance.
I'm not getting on the table.
I
Put
don't
it on
know.
the bench.
Gimdall, I got 20s.
Somebody's got the dance beat going for you.
Give dog
Right.
break it.
Yeah.
And at that time, Reed enters the tavern.
Oh,
I
the
feel
whole
like-
universe stands still for just a moment as
feel like the
Aaron's
music should
hairs
change.
start to tingle.
Don't we need Disney music at this moment?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
It's only
totally.
fitting for Reed.
Here, let me find it.
Apparently, I don't know any.
Go turn on my light.
Yeah,
Right quick. I'll be right back.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Oh dear lord, what is that off? Oh, it's Reed. Why did you say awful? Go ahead there.
I'm going to slowly spin around on my chair and smile and just notice that Reed is here and be like, well, boys, I'll see you later.
Wait.
As I take a forward step.
Wet. Oh boy. Oh sure, you can go chase down Reed, but Lucy's off my menu. I see.
I'm back.
Bump into every chair apparently and table as I make my way over to her.
Bump.
Not very, yeah, not very good.
Dravos
Oh,
looks
dear.
over and is like, wow, and he didn't even touch his liquor.
Oh no, I still have my cup with me. I got a plan here.
Nah, yes.
Okay,
Something.
before we go into this scene, what are the rest of you doing?
I am lapping up the water that I bought or got.
Alright. Your stomach
gonna-
seems to settle.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna take a sip of this stuff that Aaron got, so
How
I
big
can
of
see
a
what
sip are you tasting? Or chugging?
just
Take it
enough to
all.
taste it first.
Ah,
Alright.
come on, it's nighttime. You can pass out now.
Tastes really, really good.
Yeah,
It tastes good.
Like you can tell there's like a little bit of oomph in it, like spice. You can taste it.
Okay,
Everything nice.
and I'll just walk over to my brother and our friend and sit.
Is where he would see Gimdall kind of just talking to Mira as he sips on his ale. Kind of just asking her what she knows about the Red Brand Manor, or whatever it was called, the manor where they said Iarno might be.
He's been seen there. I seen him go in there
I mean, that
by
was
accident.
that was the
but-
family manor, correct?
Yes. It was owned by grandfather.
So, are there any secret entrances or things I should know about the manor? Maybe weird rooms, places where things could be hidden.
I have a feeling we're not going to take that long rest, though. That's why I asked.
No, we're
No,
Some
yeah,
of-
you will.
No,
You
Some
will.
of us
Some
will
of
get a
us.
long rest.
Yes,
Some of
but
us
That's
will
why I
get no
decided to
rest
go
at
into
all.
this scene before
But
Reed and
because
Aaron.
I am not getting laid, I might be wanting to go scope out
Yeah.
that banner at night and see what's over there. So
Yeah, Aaron's not concerned about rest at this moment.
Oh no.
Dravos
Well, a
is gonna
different type of rest.
Dravos is gonna look at his brother and say, "Well, brother, I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's been a long day." And he's going to down the rest of what's in his cup.
Give me a
Oh,
constitution
nice.
saving throw.
1 Constitution saving throw coming right up. 15.
So you think you're fine.
And then I stand up.
A warm feeling starts building up in your belly
Mm-hmm.
as it then comes up. What way is your head facing?
oh no,
Towards Aaron.
oh no.
Hey, wait.
Okay. So you belch up,
That's obvious.
pressure relieves, and you shoot off like this little firebolt type thing coming out of your mouth. Aaron, give me a
Mhm.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh dear.
no, those eyebrows you worked so hard on.
Oh, wow, that's a 20-foot firebolt, too.
Oh yeah.
You dodge it and you take Reed along too. So
Oh,
y'all are
yeah.
now over here.
My dear Reed, it seems the company of this place is quite dangerous.
I believe so. What kind of magic was that? She kind of looks at you.
I don't know, but it
Um,
was whatever that drink was.
But y'all are able to take a long rest if you so wish.
Oh, before Aaron wants to look at Reed and be like, listen, so they have this drink here that they say is the most fiery thing you can experience. I say that's bull. Because the most fiery thing I've
Dragon's Breath
experienced.
Brew. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm kind of the creator of it.
You created this. Now, see, it makes sense. See, I thought it wouldn't be the most fiery experience because you, my dear Reed, are the most fiery experience I've had here in Phandelver.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Come
Not a
on, charisma.
persuasion check?
Oh, yeah, how about persuasion? Oh, no, persuasion's no better. No.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
She's not gonna let you fail.
You're good. So yeah. She kind of blushes and smiles and says, "Oh, thank you."
Of
Drivos would
course.
walk over to her and just say, "Oh, quite the spicy drink you have there. But I might head off to bed. You kids be nice."
Well, good night.
Yeah, I'll pat my hand on Dravos' shoulder and sleep well, my friend. I'm gonna quickly spy Gimdall and Mira over there.
Yeah. What's going on with them? Hmm? Yeah. What's going on in this area? Gimdall.
Ask her a question.
What'd you ask her again?
Remember I asked about any secret entrances, things we should know about the manor, places where things could be hidden.
Let me go over my GM notes really quick.
Gimdall
Table.
always about business, yo.
Well, it was her
Yeah.
family
To be-
manor.
To be fair,
And I'm
yeah.
trying to get my in. I need to beat this dude's ass.
I know, and I'm happy that you're doing this because then I could use said information during the
And
long
I'm
rest.
a smash! Stupid tall man.
Stupid tall man.
I'm gonna kick that stupid tall man in his teeth. Now get down here.
So she will give you the basics. Like there's a basement that you can enter through. I don't know how protected it is. As for secret entryways, I don't really remember. It's been a while. I do know, like, there are passages within the chambers and the hallways and stuff. The ceilings I remember are 10 feet high.
That's an odd remembrance.
And I remember some passages that you can go through and then wind up at another entry spot. But I can't. She's trying to rack her brain around. And it seems to be hurting.
Okay.
Gondrin, I love the braids. Why don't you come have a seat?
Oh, yes. he takes you up on that.
I'll get you something to drink, old friend.
The bartender puts a glass of water
Yes,
right there in front of him.
You might want to get hydrated first.
Rasmus, what was your intentions?
I have intentions to do some scoping later on, but I don't know. Depends upon conversation pieces. Like if Gimdall offers me anything later, I may or may not do it. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, I'll just kind of make sure Gundren's okay, and we're kind of keeping an eye on that the room directions, waiting for Sildar to come out.
So I'm gonna tell y'all now. Off or on top of table.
Yep.
If you take a rest now, you will get a level up.
All right, let's take a nap, guys.
Okay.
Wait,
Alright.
I just typed in
What
chat,
does
that was-
that? What does that mean for me to
What?
read, though?
Here, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Means
What?
you get a room,
What, Game
right?
Doll?
Yeah, I just typed in chat that I was bidding Mira goodnight and getting a new room.
Before you get up, she's gonna hug you, and then she's gonna kiss your cheek lightly, and then she'll bid you good night.
Yo, can I level up at Reed's place?
Now, chicka, wow, wow.
Yeah, so all of y'all are in y'all's places. Raspin, are you going to bed?
I was shortly after we get done having a conversation with Gundren, and like I definitely want to resolve the situation between Gundren and Sildar before they wander off wherever they're going. Like,
Yeah,
I want to make
yeah,
sure
yeah,
they're
yeah.
okay. I want to make sure they're okay, and that they're not going to do a Minfilia or a Princess Peach on us. You're not going to get captured again, are you?
I'm staying close to this.
Staying at the tavern or the inn?
Yes.
All right. I mean, don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. We'll be staying here, and I think tomorrow we're going to be doing some further investigation into the problem that has kept kidnapping the two of you.
Tavos,
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to train to turn your picture into your token, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're
So-
welcome.
He seems to tell you, Raspin, that he will take he will keep a close eye on Sildar. Make sure he don't get in any more trouble than he's already caused you guys, and he apologizes up and down for his
It's
lack of
alright.
holding shit in.
And he's supposed to be a knight from Neverwinter. Can you believe that? You might want
With
to check
old
his
age.
credentials.
With old
oh.
age, it's
So
Yeah,
what you're
it
telling
gets
me, we
harder.
need to get him some Depends.
I mean,
Oh, you know, if I happen to run into some, I'll make sure to pick him up for him. Alright.
Also, Gimdall, you would have got another key.
Oh damn, Gimdall.
How many keys
Another
does she
key
have
to what?
give?
A room key.
Oh,
Yeah.
to a new room. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll long rest and maybe go to break, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's go
Okay,
to break so I
let
can
me-
level up.
Yeah, you
Let
finish your
me
last...
take care of that. That's scene.
Yeah.
Alright, Aaron, what are you doing?
What do you think Aaron's doing? He's talking his game as best as he can.
Alright. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I mean, better than what
13.
you rolled earlier.
Yeah, it is. I'll even give a speech if I have to.
She looking for right or Mr. Right now? Gravo, you keep crashing there? You all right?
No, it's not letting me do my level up.
Oh,
Alright. She runs her hand across your cheek, Aaron, softly. And then she pinches your chin in between her two fingers and then does this number, shaking it lightly. Maybe next time. And then she'll wink at you before walking off.
As she walks off, I just want to call out one last time. My dear, you are fairer than the day is new, and I love watching you walk away from me. As much as I hate the no. And then I'll go To my long rested level up in my room.
Oh, level up alone, damn it.
So that's what they're calling it these days.
I never thought it changed. It's just 1v3.
Oh gosh. All
Yeah.
right. We'll go into a long rest now. Y'all get to level up, and you can go and take us into Breakstar.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. I know I didn't have StreamRaiders up a while ago, but it had an update to do, and I'll get it started on the break. So get ready to play some StreamRaiders, play some troops, and we're gonna get back into some D&D here in about 10-15 minutes. So stay tuned, guys. we are starting to come back. We're just waiting for them to discuss something in the background real quick. Alright, we are coming back from break, hopefully, if they'll let me talk now. Oh, I was supposed to say other things. Welcome back, everybody. We are here to play some more D&D, and this music is awfully off-putting. Is this the right music for waking up in the morning? Somebody's alarm clock's going off. What the hell is this noise?
Alright.
Mother, is that you?
Alright.
All right.
Aaron,
What
give me a
is it I need to
perception check.
roll? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
This is the most important perception right here, y'all.
Ooh, I got
Okay, okay. I'm buying. If this is not enough, I am buying advantage.
Okay.
Sounds like you need to buy advantage.
I am buying advantage, y'all. Hold on 1 second. How do I spell my name? I need to make sure.
A-A-R-E-N.
That was too
There we go.
Arian, not Aaron.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. We know who you are. Go for it. You got it on my end.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, my
Oh,
you don't-
Bucket.
You don't see it. You don't see it.
What was that? What was that?
Oh my
Double
gosh.
threes? What?
I ain't
is this
seeing
game?
nothing.
Oh no.
Okay, look, he's like failed 3 times earlier. You're just not gonna give it to him?
No.
Okay, good. I tried. I tried to look out for you.
That could have been important
I'm
too. I
busy.
mean,
Oh, why are you doing that, DM? Can I give
Alright.
them a disadvantage roll?
I don't get done till 10, so leave me alone. Oh my god. Please continue.
Alright, so morning comes. Y'all hear the sounds of cooing and crowing outside. And y'all are free to do as you wish.
Cooing and crowing, does that mean there's a murder?
As in a cock is telling you that,
Whoa,
hey,
whoa,
it's
whoa, whoa,
morning
whoa,
time.
whoa, 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 whoa. I don't wanna
Somebody
hear
tell
about
that
your
cock to go down.
Oh no, somebody's doodle-doodle-doo is a little too loud.
I'm gonna wake up and be like, Meadow, do you ever think that you might have missed something important? You're not quite sure what it is, but
Slowly just
Rasmus.
pops out.
Roll me a perception.
Sure, I love perception checks. Is there a dead person walking next to me? Pity.
Okay, I'm gonna have to draw.
You're gonna draw? Oh my.
I'm gonna draw.
I didn't know this was an art contest today.
Uh-oh.
I
It's
got
on,
art.
Unit from the deck of many things.
Oh,
Bum, bum, bum,
wait,
bum.
what? That kind of draw? Alright, well, I'm gonna retire tonight, guys. I guess I'm the next arcane caster.
So,
Meadow.
with that,
I get sucked to the void. Damn it.
you see something over here that's green.
Mother, is that you? I mean, I'll go towards it. Do I know what it is, or is it just a green haze of light?
It isn't a green hazel light. It looks like a scale.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Calm down. Whose end is that?
That's
Dravos.
Dravos.
Thank you. I'll go over and look at the scale.
Okay.
Does it?
You
does it-
investigate it?
Does it seem trapped in any way? Is
No.
it locked? Is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
I'll
No.
poke it with a rapier.
You poke it, nothing happens.
Investigate. What is this?
Give me an investigation.
Do we know a green dragonborn by chance?
There's a story behind it, Raspin, that Aaron knows.
Mm. Alright. Huh.
Oh yeah, it just seems like a green scale.
I'll pick it up and put it in my bag for later. That's awfully odd to be off in this direction here.
Alright.
Alright, add a green scale to your
Okay.
inventory.
Gee, Aaron, what did I find?
I have so many suspicions now. Over the table, I do. Oh.
Over the table and through the woods, I go to the bar with them.
You're very welcome, Aaron.
That's so cold. If it's what I think it is, that's so cold.
You haven't seen Code yet, my friend. Just wait.
Yeah, you and your black spider.
I can't help you already. I told you this. Nope, I can't do it. Continue, guys.
Alright,
No.
Kimdall, Aaron, what are y'all doing?
Well, I was. Go ahead, Gimdall, and then you can come to Aaron, because Aaron was talking to Meadow.
Okay.
Well, Gimdo's just waddling his short self up to the bar before taking a nice large leap into the stool, and aye, morning. As he rubs his eyes and gives a slight yawn, he asks for a little meat and ale to get the day started.
So as you're trying to order that, Kimdall, this barkeep comes up to you and serves you a cup of coffee.
Mm.
And on that platter it says, "Good morning, Kimdall. I hope your morning is going well.
Oh, that relationship is so dead.
If you wish, you can come and meet with grandfather, and he can tell you some more about the manor. We'll be at the in about 2 hours, 3.
Okay.
XO Mira.
Oh, this relationship is so doomed above the table.
Alright. I sip on my coffee and still wait for food. What's that food?
Yes, she'll go and give you. She'll go and get the drinks and food that y'all have ordered.
Alright.
Aaron, roll me a d6.
Like a G6.
Oh dear.
Like a G6.
Oops. Oops. 1?
Okay, thanks.
Uno.
It means nothing.
So, yeah, she comes out and she serves you guys the breakfast special this morning. Y'all's nostrils are filled with the savory smell of some hash browns, gravy, and a single biscuit.
That's it?
Yep.
Well, that's not gonna feed an army, but oh well.
Each of you get this, by the way.
I found something peculiar on your floor.
What did you find?
You don't
It's a
happen
dirt.
to...
Oh god, I told her many times to clean up after herself. This
Wait,
place
what?
has to be spotless.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair. You wouldn't. Is she a green dragonborn or something?
What?
No. I found
Dragonborns
this.
come in here?
Oh, well, I found this green scale. Do you have like a lizard problem then? Vermin? I don't know.
She asked to see the scale.
I mean, I'll show it to her. Don't worry, you don't have to touch it.
Raspin.
Hmm?
You notice the scale has gotten a little bit bigger.
Okay, that's weird.
That looks a little bit too big to be a lizard. Or a snake.
And I think it... Do I feel like this thing's enchanted?
Actually, those are, Does everybody else know about the scale? Or just you, Raspin, and the barkeep?
As far as I know, yeah.
I'm eating.
Like,
Um,
I'm not hiding it from them. Like, they see me talking to
Are
her.
you proficient in Arcana?
I can be in just a quick second. No, I have a skill that lets me do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'll use my Whisper of the Dead and say, hey, what do you think? And I will be temporarily trained in Arcana.
Alright. Then give me a check.
A 9. You too? Yeah, it figures.
So the whispers tell you, I don't know what that is. That's very strange.
No, I just figured that this would help me out. Well, hang out for today. There might be more magic stuff for
fair
us to
enough.
talk
God,
about.
Raspin's about to be so weird now.
Oh, I know, right?
Wonder
I
if
told
it
you I could
knows
talk.
what this damn thing
The
is.
dead are finally answering me. You're like the first one who actually said something to me. Know that you hold a special place in my heart.
I knew if I kept trying all these years.
Finally, my sanity is not gone. I told you guys, these people talk to me and they're dead.
They mocked me. They called me fools.
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, as this conversation is happening, if y'all want to, y'all can roll a perception check to see if you can overhear this conversation happening. If not, then oh well. Trevos, do you hear it?
I'm eating.
Meadow, should we join them?
Kind of missed it, you know. But if I was on a tulip, she'd literally be like, meh! Kind of like just closes the door back into your horn and just kind of like rides on your shoulder.
She locks the door.
Fair enough. You know, Meadow, I'm worried that I might have bitten off more than I could chew with this woman. She might be my... Oh... She might be too fiery for any one person to handle. As I take a step out, I guess you're with me as we go up to this
put
bar
the scale
table.
away. I put the scale away.
We responds. Meadow responds. In
Meadow?
common.
If you
Damn
want,
straight.
you can roll a insight on him.
Oh, I do this long before he gets there. They're still in the fucking hallway.
I'll roll it anyway, though.
Aaron.
Yeah. Oh no, what?
Your horns finally got stuck.
You, would you mind giving me a... To see, like, so I'm trying to come up with the check that he can make to, oppose that, that way I can go off of something.
Is it requiring him to be persuasive
Deception?
or deceptive, or you can just...
So
counter-
if you want, okay, so Aaron, if you want to, you can roll me a deception or you can roll me a wisdom.
I don't want to deceive, so I guess I'll go wisdom. Just straight
Okay.
wisdom.
Yes.
all
yeah.
the wiser.
He beats you, and you can tell her. You could tell that she's trying to key in on what you really mean by that, as far as like how y'all are approaching the room. So it's up to you to give her what side of information that you want to.
So as we're walking down the hall, I just kind of want to be like, you ever feel like, I don't know, the person that you're happen to be dating or seeing or in love with really aren't who they say they are? Like not like they're not a good person, but maybe not even a person.
As you walk by this door, you hear Sildar say, as if they're hiding something.
Shut up, Sildar! Go back to bed. Sorry, Mendo. You know what I mean, though? It's just terrifying.
Leonard just kind of like sits there a little bit, trying to process, and is still stuck at the very beginning of going like, "What the fuck is dating?" That's super foreign in her head, and she just kind of looks at Aaron and go like, super curious, says in common, "Dating?"
You know, when you want someone to like you the same way you like them, so you do things that you normally don't do.
Oh god, I'm having
With
typical
them.
flashbacks.
And all of a sudden, Meadow goes like, "Ah!" Goes through a bag, doesn't usually give out one of her stuff, and tries to hand Aaron a hat
Oh,
made out of Sildar's hair.
Nice.
do I recognize whose hair it is? Still
roll
yes.
me a perception.
I would love to know it's Sildar's hair. Perception.
I mean, it is furry.
At advantage, because yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely see that it's Sildar's hair.
I'm gonna look at it and be like, Meadow, this is beautiful. Look at your craftsmanship. You could sell this. I'm telling you, people would pay good money for this. And so I try to put it on my head. Does it stay on too well?
Is it big or little, Meadow?
Okay. Okay.
Please tell me it's little.
Here's the
It
thing.
has to be.
Here's my response, Lexi. What do you think when a pixie makes a hat?
Little, very, very tiny, like
You got a
thimble
Canabara.
tiny.
You got a Canabara on your head.
You literally have a hat that's the size of a thimble.
Nice. Cooking with fire now, buddy.
I'm gonna put that on my head and be like, Meadow, you know how to make my day. Thank you.
Kind of just looks at you and goes like, "I don't do normally." Yeah. Well, come. And it just like, then
Is she
just
going-
slowly climbs up the horn and starts to reattach birds they find.
As I've adjusted to my newfound place in life as Meadow's temporary home while in Phandelver, more of a mobile home, I guess it would be fair to say.
RV, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get up to the bar here. I'll come on this side.
There is a steaming hot plate of hash browns, one biscuit, and gravy
And one
for each of
gravy.
you.
Ooh.
For each? Hold on. Each of us? Oh, that's very awkward. Literally just places this down and Meadow just sits there going like,
It's not very much, but I guess it'll do.
looks at like rasping and go like, "This could kill me,
I
man."
thank Aaron for the low roll and not enough to eat.
It's alright.
Just
Oh,
grabs a
Aaron.
biscuit and just starts nomming on it.
Aaron,
What's Aaron
Meadow,
have
it's
to
good to
do
see
with
you.
this?
Good to see you too this morning. How are you all feeling? Everybody get a good long rest?
Yes, unfortunately, I was here. I thought I'd be
Hey.
somewhere else.
How
to
are
be
you
honest with
looking, Aaron? How are you looking? Like, are you drabby?
Yeah, Aaron's kind of disappointed. But,
can make an Arcana check on the pixie, just because
Yeah.
I have it.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask my ghost friend what he thinks of the pixie. What's your initial thought about this murderous pixie here? They're like a
Very
ranger.
vicious.
Yeah, she is. She has the tenacity of a bull, if you would. But
Goodness, I wouldn't want to mess with her.
that's true. I mean, she does have a tendency to go off the deep end.
For some strange reason, she slowly pulls up a bow at Raspin, but not.
What are you doing there? I could see you clear as day. I'm just having a conversation with my newfound friend. Can you see him? Point to thin air.
He puts it away and kind of sits there, going like,
Oh, he's going crazy. Got it. Sorry, go ahead.
"No, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Good job reading my mind."
Oh, I told you before, I play a seer in other games. But, yeah, Raspin just kind of like nods and just kind of like gently has this conversation with the ghost spirit, just kind of like offering up this arcanic advice. So, alright, sorry for interrupting. I'll go back to eating.
Anything interesting happened to y'all this morning?
I don't
You know,
Gimda.
I woke up feeling better than I have in years.
Well, that's good to know.
Good for you. I am so glad that that is your morning. I don't
Y'all can-
say sarcastically.
Y'all can all roll an insight on him because he's being that way.
I'm sorry, is there something going on, Aaron? Am I missing the beat? I mean, Aaron, something
Oh,
seems
man.
to be... You seem a little bit more on edge than normal, Aaron. Is there something the matter?
All right. Oh gosh.
High five, Gimdo.
Yeah.
All right, I might as well just spill the beans, yeah?
You
Come
got
on,
it.
Meadow.
Spill
Come
by all
on,
means.
Meadow. Come
Get a
on, Meadow.
third one.
You can do
Get
it.
a third one.
Wow,
Get a
it's
third
just
one. Get a
three
third
nat
one.
20s on defense, right?
3 eyes on. Oh, that's
Ooh.
not bad.
Oh my
though.
gosh, that was so close though.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so Aaron's just gonna be like, all right. So
So all of their heads point at you. Like,
last
You
night I
okay?
saw Reed. So Reed and I we were hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
He was digging my stuff. I was talking really well. I was doing really good, y'all. Like really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was right there, right on the cusp.
Yes.
And I couldn't close the deal yet again.
You know, negotiating with people like that can be very problematic. What was your closer like?
Well, it was oh shit, what was it?
Don't even remember. Well, those are
Nope.
that's a shame.
That's as good as it came.
The shock of failure can definitely make you forget easily. I can totally understand where you're coming from.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm a better person after this long rest that we had, but something tells me that there's just something off with my read.
That scale's
Keeps
not
talking
growing in my
about-
bag ever more, is it?
Roll me a perception check.
Like, is my bag getting heavier? I'm just curious.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't roll me a perception.
Yeah. Okay, I'll wait. And StreamRaiders is fully active. It is getting. Oh. By how much of a degree would
Just
you
a
say?
little bit. Just a
Okay, so
little slight bit.
just enough to notice, but not enough to care yet. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Cool. Yes. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to bring anything up about it yet, because me, the player, wanted to know if I realized that something was happening there, but since me and my ghost friend didn't have a clue, so. You know what we should do before we go crazy? we should go see Lucy and see if she can sell us some potions. Lenine.
Lenine?
Yes.
Oh, you want to? See
I
Lenine?
literally open up my paw and I look at a piece of paper. Lenine. Like I literally had to go to my bio and see how I had it spelled out, so I remember how to pronounce it. It's like, okay, that's it. Lenine. Yes. Look, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. And I'm kind of like winking. We don't know. So we go there. We continue to get the discount. We play dumb. And then we get the goods. And then we take care of the problem behind her back so that she can be free of whatever's coming down on her.
Okay, but we did just tear the shit out of their establishment, right?
Yeah, but she's not part of them. Gunder here vouched for me. Ain't that right, Gunder? Slap him on the back.
Yeah.
See? He
Oh,
agrees.
that guy? We're taking the word of that guy?
Hey, look, I know he's got a problem being kidnapped, but so did Sildar. You know, you can't blame him. He is not a Knight of the Neverwinter, but the other guy, that guy, I don't even know why he's still in his room.
I don't know. What do you think Dravo skimmed up? Meadow. I am not the only one here.
Speaking of which, do you guys even know Lenine from before, or is she a new face?
Could I roll a check on that?
I mean, what's she
Who are you
around?
asking, Raspin?
I'm asking the brothers. Like, they're the ones from here.
I would rather assume that I just don't know her at all.
Both of y'all roll me a history check at
Like, if
disadvantage.
I mean, if she wasn't here the 50 years ago or whatever they said that they were gone. Like, I don't know. Oh, no, that's a dex save. Try again.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, to be honest, DM, you could probably just give him the natural 20
Ooh.
for that, though, right?
So,
It's a
Gimdall.
disadvantage, so it's 4 or 7.
Uh,
I don't know
Gimdall,
that
you-
twice.
you do. Dravos, sadly, you don't. So,
Is it because I left home first?
probably. Gimdall, you know of Lenine. She's very well trusted to the trading post. I think it's. Hold on a minute. Let me see the map. The Lancaster. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, but let's see.
But either way, we should definitely go shopping before we go getting ourselves killed again.
Yeah, I could do a little bit of shopping. There was actually something quite particular I needed.
Yeah, it's called the Lancaster.
Lion Coster.
Yes. So
Is
I'll
a
spell
what?
it in. She owns the Lion Shield Coster.
What is that?
Or shop?
That's the trading post.
Oh, right.
I mean, I guess I would have known that from my intimate moment with her, huh?
Yeah,
You know, I got to really get to know her and what she's done.
At least someone did. Mine's a damn dragon.
Is that what this is in my pocket?
Do you say that in real?
No, I
Nope, 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 nope.
don't. I'm just saying above table now. I know what I got because I hadn't a clue until just now. Oh
Sad
no!
part is neither one of the dwarves have seen it yet.
Oh no! So many things just clicked all of a sudden. I don't know if I
Uh-oh.
like this anymore.
Right?
Oh.
Right? When it clicked for me too, I was
You know
like,
what?
no.
Let's go to the manor today, guys, because I don't think Thunder Tree is a good idea.
Yeah, no, Manor sounds great.
I'm thinking Thunder Tree today.
No.
Please,
no.
oh, please, let's go to Thunder Tree.
You know what? Just keep playing your fool's game. It'll be fine. I mean, think of it this way: you might be able to get a dragon on your side. Anyway, back in the game.
Right?
Alright.
So, yeah, my intention: finish breakfast, take everybody shopping, go see Lenine, and confirm some suspicions because I want to believe I can trust her, especially after that lovely pat rubbing she gave me.
Ooh.
Alright. So within a couple minutes.
That's what it gets to get into Raspin's good side is a nice scritch.
Here's the thing. You guys are thinking all pornographic, and all it was like gentle ear pats behind the ear or something.
Right. You just happen to find that one spot, and you're like, you know what? I think I can trust her.
Oh, yes. You're... Oh, yeah. Oh, right there. Yes. Right. Oh, you had me at go. Yes, you can definitely be trusted. I don't know why there's dead people screaming "Don't trust her" near you. I don't get this vibe.
How long does that effect last?
Until I take a long rest and change it.
So it's gonna continue to stay Arcana?
Yep. Well, that's the thing. Like, I can't change it till I take a long rest, so it stays with me until I change it, I believe. I'll double post it again just to make sure we both understand it, because, yeah. Definitely, like, Phantom Rogue was definitely something I've been experimenting with on a different platform, but I like to see how it plays out at low levels, too.
Okay.
So, I'll post that again. I think it's Whispers of the Dead. So, echoes of those who have died cling to me, because I'm beautiful. Whenever you finish a short or long rest... Oh, I can do it on a short rest, too. You can choose one skill or tool proficiency that you lack and gain it, and as a ghostly presence shares their knowledge. You lose the proficiency when you choose the feature to choose a different proficiency. So it's on until I switch. And what I'm basically doing is keeping track of which one's active in my flaws.
So does the like, can you automatically speak to the dead? Like if a certain dead person comes up to you and whisper. Okay. Alright.
It's up to you. I'll let you mess with me like that, because that's kind of like how I imagine it with Shang-Chi. Like that's how she... Like, I don't know, this is what my imagination is with Shang-Chi, right? If you don't mind me just kind of like putting this out there. But like, her playing cards is her way of creating a seance to attract the dead. And that's kind of like what she does for people. But yeah, you can play me however you want. We can figure out what Raspin's thing is. But
you saying there's a ghost in this Stonehill Inn?
Do you not see the person right next to me? They're whispering sweet things about how arcanic the lovely fairy next to us is, and you are a wonderful specimen, by the way, Metal. We have nothing but the dearest respect for you.
The voices in your head has gone silent, Star. Or
That's fine.
Raspin.
I will deal with them later.
So yeah, y'all finish up y'all's food. The bartender cleans up all your plates, puts them in their respectable places. And y'all are off to go see Lenine? Yeah?
Yes, let's go to the Lion Shield Coster.
Okay.
Well, the Costa.
Yeah, I got it right. I look at my notes again by palm. I'm just terrible at memory. I whispered to the ghost next to me, "Hey, remember the Lion Shield No. Take this down."
Okay.
Wherever we enter in, we enter in.
Is this the manor?
No,
Or
this is the
This
shop.
is the shop, right?
Yeah,
You're huge.
Meadow!
You
Let's shrink
did
you
it.
down.
Normal size.
Oh no.
Oh, there we
Pretty sure
go.
this is the door.
You might want to edit her name and resave the token at this size.
Okay, so how do I
Yeah.
do that? Do I go in
Well,
there?
You select her token and click the cogwheel. Make the changes to her name. And whenever you hit save, then you'll go to the character sheet, delete the token, and then use the new selected. That way, her name's no longer Moon, we can see Metal. And it should be the right size. 'Cause
So,
yeah.
save.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Delete
And
this token?
Delete the token from the character sheet. Like, go to her character sheet, hit edit,
Okay.
and then delete the token she has, and then you'll resave it with this new one. And then if you drag another one over, it should be the same as this one. And you might want to try that. Make sure you got it. But make sure you save. And if you need me to, I'll go over some more tips and tricks. I'll make a video. I could have sworn I did already. But I'll look for it, okay? I'll actually go look for it. No,
Alright.
that thing's probably long gone. I'll have to make a new one.
There we go.
There we go.
You should be that little all the time now.
You want to try dragging out a new token just to find out?
Find out. Behold, we will have two meadows fight each other. Go!
Yay!
Damn,
You
brother.
did it. Alright, calm your Alright, well,
There
now
are
that
four of us.
now
Oh,
that there's
no,
3
fine.
dead ones, can I talk to their ghosts? Oh, Meadow, you come in multiple forms now.
Suddenly, 3 arrows fly at you.
Yeah, they can. We can call it before they go to the, or y'all
Yeah.
go to the
Yeah, sure. And
the hideout.
I got background noise I need to take care of too before 10 if possible. So if we just want to shop and then end. Is that
Yeah,
what
I
I'm hearing?
need to shop.
Alright,
Um,
so yeah, we enter the shop DM and I am gonna ask where Lenine is if she's around.
Okay. So, roll me a perception check.
Is
All
the
of you.
shop, Is the shop even open?
Yeah, it's open.
Alright, and who's running it at the moment? Hey Dravos, you can pick up my slack for once.
Dravos
Oh,
Meadow.
perception.
This
How about you roll
place-
3 nat 20s in a row?
This place is. It looks like nobody's here.
I
I
mean,
don't believe anybody is here, my friends.
Curiosity.
But
likes
And you do see a note right here.
yeah, the
Well,
go
in this book.
inspect it.
but the door was unlocked, right?
Yes.
I shall go in and inspect this
Hold on.
note.
Out of curiosity, Lexi, sounds pretty messed up, but I did pick to have favorite enemy as humans.
You're gonna track my Lenine down? Is that what you're gonna do?
That's the goal! I also have intelligence checks to recall info about them.
Fair enough.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
Dravos.
primeval awareness too, right?
You see the note, and it says, to my dearest friend, Toby. I had to sadly step away from my shop to go get some more wares in Neverwinter. I will be back in 3-4 weeks' time.
Oh, my poor kitty
So,
heart.
please watch over my shop.
Well, guys, it's time to go back to Neverwinter.
Lenine.
What do you got there, Dravos?
Apparently, she's going to be gone for 3 to 4 weeks.
That's
And
what?
apparently, Toby is supposed to be watching the store.
She didn't tell you?
Let me see this. Can I look at that note?
I hand you the note.
Does it look like her writing?
Roll me a perception.
And I'm like, scrutinizing this letter. It's like, this can't be right.
To be honest, have y'all seen Lenine write?
I mean, I would imagine I've seen her ledgers a little bit because I'm a Snoopy cat.
I
Okay.
haven't
You know
seen
what?
shit.
I mean, does she not write
It
the price
don't look
tags?
like her writing. It does not look like her writing to you.
Okay, fair enough. And there's no sign of Toby around here?
No, but you do hear. Oh shit!
I
Get
hear
outta here.
shit.
Go.
Oh god. Damn it,
Get out
Sildar! Sildar! Put your shit away.
So yeah. Hey Aaron,
Yes.
are you standing outside?
Did you want to come in? Lance?
Yes.
Oh no.
You see Toby.
Oh, hey, Toby.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Are you wanting to be in the shop?
And then I'm gonna just be like, kind of loudly, Toby, Toby, I'm glad you're here. I would love some wares,
Bravos,
but
God damn it, get out from behind that table.
I'm worried that you might have some bad
I-
news.
I will open the door and be like, I don't see Toby in here anywhere. Oh, Toby,
Yeah,
the
damn
shop
it.
door was. Hey, look, the door was open. We thought you were in the back. Are you all right?
I'm fine. I just stepped out for lunch.
You wouldn't have
What are
seen.
you guys doing in Lenine's shop?
We came to go shopping. The door was open. Did you not hear me say that?
Oh, I
He
must
left
have
you a note.
forgot to leave a fucking note. God damn. You hear him going off on a little spew.
Yeah. Here,
Yeah,
help me.
you know
help
what?
me.
A note in
Feel-
this situation would have been so helpful right now. I'm not
Locking
gonna
the
lie.
door would have helped too. Now, if you were to leave a note, what would it have said? I've gone to lunch, BRB?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, there wasn't a note, so we kind of let ourselves in. Trust me, we didn't take anything. We thought you were in the back. But
Where do you go to eat lunch?
I went to go eat lunch